Sindhu Prabhu. Okay. So first of all, me, Sindhu Prabhu, I received your message, but we were out all day yesterday and with no internet because we were actually in the Alps. And it was interesting, in fact, to be with so many people when we got to our destination, so many people sitting in one place and no one was on the mobile phone because I mean, really, it was a relief because there was no internet connection at all. So please excuse. I saw your message early in the morning, but the answer to everything there is yes. So we have Ratnakara Prabhu. I think I saw yes is with us too. Okay, first of all, devotees, let us greet each other, and then we shall reveal to you the secret of which we are talking, or the topic of which we're talking. So Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitan Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Tvije Namaha. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vas Adi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. So first of all, welcome, and I wonder how everyone's homework went. Do we ask? But anyhow, just before we come to our topics of the day, just a reminder that if we can do homework, then it is very good to do. So we're meant to be revising Bhagavad Bhaktita Sarvam, this verse. I think it's verse 35, chapter 1 of Prapana Jivanamritam. And the 10 offenses to the holy name, which really we shouldn't need to revise, but we hope so. And then Abrahma Bhuvanam Lokaha, the verse from Bhagavad Gita. So I'm just assuming everyone did do your homework. I don't see any nods anywhere or thumbs up anywhere. But I can say, I will consider, if you all remain silent, that you did do your homework. Okay, well done, everybody. You did your homework. Okay. And with the homework is also the reading of Prapana Jivanamritam. Don't forget. And actually, I did finish reading Prapana Jivanamritam, but I miss not having that as my daily routine, as it were, in addition to other things. Anyhow, we're listening to Bhagavad Gita, the hidden treasure of the sweet absolute, again, and that is a lifetime form of nourishment, as is Prapana Jivanamritam, and as are all the books, of course. But we do want to try to go through a book or more than one book at a time, but in a beginning to end way. Okay, so dear devotees, there is a place on planet Earth called India. In India, there's a place called Siliguri. And who's heard of Siliguri? Actually, I heard of Siliguri from a young age because when I was young, went to India overland and then went to Siliguri after being in the Himalayas at that time. The destination was the Himalayas. It took 3 months to get from London to Kathmandu by land, not by airplane, waiting in the check-in counter and all those things, and then went trekking in the Himalayas. And then after that, went over to Siliguri, which is it's India, but it's, if you go from Kathmandu, which is a famous place, I suppose, in the world, Kathmandu to the east in Nepal, then the far east, then you come out from a place called Kakavita, which is it's not a strange name. I'm not sure its meaning, but Kakavita, cross the border to India. And then the first town you come across is Siliguri. And if you see a map, India is essentially a triangle. And depending which way you're looking, if I'm writing on a board, the northeast corner of the triangle, there's a neck, a narrow part. And then it opens out into northeast India, the various states of Assam and other states up there. So at that neck, the narrow band, where it's almost a join between Nepal, India, then Pakistan, not Pakistan, East Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh, and then China a little bit further up. And it is the gateway to a place called Darjeeling. Darjeeling is quite famous as a British hill station, and devotees do like to go to Darjeeling, especially in the summer in India, because it's some relief from the heat of the Indian subcontinent, the plains, which can get a very hot, dry, dusty, etc. And there in Siliguri, we have an ashram, not an ashram, we have a temple. And we can get some history from this, from Ratnakara Prabhu. He's there just now, I do believe. And if I were to have done a little homework today, click, click, click. Anyway, let's hear from Ratnakara Prabhu and from Amiya Sindhu Prabhu something of the temple.
Ratnakara Prabhu doesn't know anything, and Amiya Sindhu Prabhu is not here. Only Nrsimha Maharaj is here.
Okay, so who's here?
He stays here.
Yes. Who?
Dandavat Maharaj.
Okay, Dandavat. So, sorry, I don't have a video just now. Am I speaking with Nrsimha Maharaj?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, sorry, I need to find the video, then I can see where I am. Yes, so Nrsimha Maharaj, please give a little history of the temple. Ah, yes, Maharaj, now I see you. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Hare
Really, I
Krishna.
don't know nothing about the history of this temple. I came here about 6 years ago to do some seva here. And but about this history, I know they purchased in 1996 or 1997 or 95. I don't know, Maharaj. I cannot tell the history about this temple. Really, I don't know.
Well, okay. Anyway, the exact year doesn't matter so much. I also am very bad at dates as far as history goes. But it was probably, the end of the 90s. It must have been the later part of the 90s.
Middle. In the middle.
Of the middle,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember I was one time I was in Calcutta doing some, and Srila Govinda Maharaj wanted to send me here because Calcutta was very warm, very hot. And that year, Srila Govinda Maharaj went to the Ratha Yatra festival, and I know this temple was here already because he wanted to send me here. But after they not send me, I was selling books in Calcutta. And I stayed there in Calcutta. I know when I came here. I came here after 1913. No, 2013, I'm sorry. 2013, I came here first time. But
For
but
staying.
for a stay, yeah. For a stay, I came in 18. But I don't know about the history of this temple. I tell you it's my history. It's not good. The history of the temple, I don't know. Really, I don't know.
Okay, but even from 2018 and 2013, that's also some history by now. But
Yeah.
Maharaj, please, can you show us the temple? Then once devotees see it, they will recognize this
Okay,
is
now
one of
you
the
can
temples of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. Because if you show the
Oi.
domes, etc., then there we are. Everyone will recognize that this is one
this is
of
the,
our family temples. Yes? Yes, Maharaj,
Yeah.
please.
you can see the dome now.
Yes, yes, can, and beautiful, Maharaj.
Yeah, we are here in the roof. The weather is now foggy. Foggy is about 9 degrees, 10 degrees. And we go now to the temple room, eh? Yes?
Sure, but you
Yeah.
can see, yeah, the devotees, they saw the domes of the temple, and then
Oh,
you
let
can see
me
that made
let
very much after the style of Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, and you can understand. This ashram, or this temple, first of all, it was an ashram, and it was a small, regular house in Siliguri, and in the service to Srila Govinda Maharaj, to Srila Gurudev, then Srila Acharya Maharaj, he arranged the construction of this temple. And this Gurudev was happy that this land actually came to Gurudev. Again, Gurudev's not going out, looking to buy properties as such, but in this case too, the land came to him. And with everything, there are challenges when land and money, property comes, because it comes with something of the say karma. It has some weight to it, you can say. And so there were some challenges to secure the paperwork and then to do the construction. And Maharaj, he arranged, Srila Acharya Maharaj, he arranged this construction of the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat branch temple in Siliguri. Yes, so, yes, Maharaj, please take us. I saw a concrete corridor looking very much like many millions of other concrete corridors in India. I wonder how many houses there are in India. A lot.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
You're like a flat. Flats, many flats.
And the color is very familiar color in the Vrindavan temple, also this color, white and yellow. White is considered like very austere, if you like, that renunciation side, and the yellow, that light yellow, is regarded as a gentle color in the ashrams. I know in Navadip we had discussion with Srila Gurudev, that time with Srila Sagar Maharaj, Srila Sagar Maharaj, Bhakti Ananda Sagar Maharaj, about the painting of the temple. And this yellow color, it was settled, was a good color. And in Bengal, they like light blue, and sometimes not so light blue, but they like light blue too. Yes, Prabhu. Maharaj, Sripadna Singh Maharaj.
Tulsi Maharani is inside here because it's very cold outside now. This is Nisringadev, we worship Nisringadev. This is like a pujari to where the boga came to offering to the Lord. Here is the parampara. They fall, this Bhaktivinoda Thakur fall, and we replace the glass. Now one Didi took the glass, took the picture to replace the glass. Now, now the Didi is coming with the boga for the Lord.
Hare Krishna.
Sri Guru Goranga Gandharvika Govinda Sundaraju. Let me go inside. I have to. Okay, you focus. I go inside. You make this. Okay? Today Ekadasi, and then we do this. It's more.
Jai Gurudev.
Hare Krishna. Jai Gurudev.
Hare Krishna. Jai Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh.
আপনাদের আমাদের সুস্থ করেন।
আপনি কি সেবা কাজ করছেন দিদি?
হ্যাঁ, সেবার কাজ করছি আমি।
কি সেবা করছেন আজকে?
হ্যাঁ,
কি সেবা করছেন আজকে?
ও এই যে সকালে ভোগ, দুপুরে ভোগ, রাত্রে ভোগ।
আচ্ছা। ফুলে মালা, ফুলে মালা?
হ্যাঁ, ফুলের মালা ওই যে রূপা দিদি গাতে।
আহা, ওকে, ভালো।
এই যে মহারাজ ওই যে
ধন্যবাদ।
পরিক্রমায় আসে। হ্যাঁ, মধুসূদন মহারাজ। ও এই জন্য গলাটা বুঝতে পারতেছি আওয়াজ।
Okay, Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandhavika Govinda Sunda. Yes?
What is it? Yes. Govinda Sundar,
Govinda
the
Sunda Ki Jai. Beautiful.
same name of the Navadvip. The same of Navadvip. We are here now in Navadvip because we are inside the altar. Here is a Sila Govinda Maharaj Murti. Yes.
Jai Siliguri Dev, Srila Bhakti Sunda Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Yeah. And now I'm going to offering the fruit offering. Today is a Kadasi, is very simple offering. This is the Nag Mandir where they perform the bhajans. Can put the light on once again. I'm sorry, I don't know. There will be this one. Is no, I can be sure the Bhaktivinoda Thakur will be there. And it is the entrance of the temple. And we have that building is the kitchen and the another more rooms for the devotees to stay. And that building, you can see it. Hello.
Yes, yes, we can see the white building.
Okay, yes.
The white, so the white building is the kitchen for the temple.
Yeah, well, no, in the ground floor. On the ground floor is the kitchen for the temple. I will bring there a little while.
And is that building our building, or do we have just part of it?
No, it's a old building is our, yes.
So that is accommodation for devotees who go to Siliguri, is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And usually they have a festival here in May of the anniversary of the installation of the Thakur here.
Mm-hmm.
They have a big festival in that time. I have to looking for my shoes so I can bring the camera to that building. Ragnar, you can go to the building with this showing the building.
Okay.
Okay, because then I know.
I'll take the shoes.
Yeah.
So this is now Ratnakara Prabhu with us, is it?
Yes.
Holding the camera.
It
All
is.
right, Prabhu. And okay, so this is back to basics. And so here today, we're getting a little introduction to one of the temples around India, which are not in the specific places we know of Vrindavan, Navadip, and Jagannath Puri, and then Calcutta, which was a very famous transit station, as Gurudev would say, and as Guru Maharaj described also, have a transit station in Calcutta, transit temple, so the devotees coming and going have the opportunity to stay in Calcutta in our own family place rather than staying in a hotel or in the railway station or the airport, as we did many times in previous years. And so this is one of the temples dotted around, well, especially Bengal. And in fact, yeah, Bengal, maybe where all of the temples are. No, there's an ashram, or was an ashram in Hyderabad too, at the devotee's place, Krishnananda, a devotee in Hyderabad. He was when his mother passed away, he was donated, or given in his will, a 3-story building, and 1 story there is an ashram. And apart from that, in Bengal, there are various temples like this one in Siliguri dotted around. So this is the ashram building. Acha. Okay. And anyway, Nrsimha Maharaj, as you heard, he's been there since 2018, and he's running the program with the local devotees, you see. And this way showing that everywhere in the world, we can have some simple ashram, some simple place where the seva goes on to the deity. And the lady, by the way, was explaining, I asked her, what service have you done today? And she said, oh, I've done the bhoga for this morning. So they're doing cooking for the deity. They're making the garlands. They're doing the various deity seva. But you see, it's a big temple, a big ashram. I've never been to the Siliguri ashram. I have been to Siliguri, but I've never been there. I've only been to the temples where we've had seva with Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj. And I went to Siliguri, yes, once as a devotee, before the temple was here, and we went on a preaching party to Darjeeling. And Siliguri, as we mentioned, is the gateway. It's where the flat, more or less flat land ends, and then the Himalayas start. And quite famously from here, there is a miniature train, a miniature steam train that goes up all day, going up backwards and forwards, literally backwards and forwards. It goes forwards, they change the points, then it goes back up, they change the points, it goes like this. And it takes all day to get from this Siliguri to Darjeeling, but it takes, I think, less than 2 hours to go by jeep, or means shared rough transport, basically, to go from Siliguri up to Darjeeling. And I've been there once with devotees, and once long ago, 1975, I was there. But before meeting the devotees. So this is the most, in one sense, the most I've seen the temple in Darjeeling. So that's the temple. Now we're walking over to the temple. Hare Krishna. So, oh my goodness. Well,
This lady shows more enthusiasm to show the temple. Maharaj doesn't want. Here's the prasad.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Very Bengali. Very Bengali. Okay.
Oh, here is Laddu Gopal.
All right. Jai Laddu Gopal Ki Jai. And Laddu Gopal. Gopal, this is baby Krishna, and often seen sometimes in the paintings, you see him with a laddu, a sweet in his hand. So Laddu Krishna is very sweetly worshipped in many households in India. Well, this is a very Bengali ashram. I won't ask to see the brahmachari's ashram. Don't show me where the brahmacharis Hare Krishna. Okay, Didi. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad. Jai Shri Gauranga. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Very well.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So, Amir Sindhu Prabhu, we've had a little look around the temple and introduced the devotees that there is such a temple, and a similar temple in Ganga Saga, if I'm not mistaken, which is in Ganga Saga, which is where the Ganges and the Saga, the ocean, join. It's where the Ganges flows into the ocean. There is another temple. There is another temple in Koikali in Calcutta, which is just near the airport. There's another in Ambika Kalna, which is on the way from Calcutta, Calcutta to Navadip, but it's near Navadip. And there is another temple in Tarakeshwar, which is in Bengal, and I only ever see the Tarakeshwar mentioned on the names of the stations that some of the trains go to. You hear the announcement that the train is going to Tarakeshwar. And
Tarakeshwar local, the famous Tarakeshwar local.
Tarakeshwar local, yeah, so the name is fairly famous. And then there are temples at Srila Gurudev's appearance place, Bamunpara, Srila Guru Maharaj's appearance place, which is Hapanya, and any other temple. Those are the temples that come to mind, in addition to the main temples in Puri, Vrindavan, and Navadip. So in India, there is this kind of family of temples which are there. And the first branch of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, Srila Gurudev said the first branch, Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, was Srila Swami Maharaj's house, means Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's house, means he lived in one house with his family, and right next door, downstairs, he had a laboratory because he was a householder and his income was a pharmacy. So he had a laboratory where he's preparing the pharmaceutical products. And then upstairs, that floor, Srila Prabhupada gave to Srila Guru Maharaj for his seva for the mat, and that means to Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev and other brahmacharis would stay there. So that was the very first branch at Srila Prabhupada's place in 7 Sitakanta Banerjee Lane in Calcutta.
By the way, Maharaj, do you know that this house was owned by Mr. Sao, Prabhu's brother?
Which house, Prabhu?
This where Srila Swami Maharaj, he used to have the laboratory and the shop.
Aha, I did not know, Prabhu. Yes,
Yes, that's actually amazing. And they closed the medical store there. They closed only like a couple of years ago. So since some other medical store was there, but there was still a medical store in that building. And recently, Mr. Sao, he took Arjun Prabhu there, and Arjun sent me photos of that building. And we met with Mr. Sao a couple days back, and he told that just recently they closed the medical store. So maybe for a century there was a medical store there in that building.
Jai. And I did go, but to the outside of that house as pilgrimage with devotees, a long time ago now, but my memory is of that place is like very sweet. And to think Srila Prabhupada lived there, and they had those long Harikathas, discussions between Srila Prabhupada and Srila Sridhar Maharaj, while Srila Govinda Maharaj, the young brahmachari, was very hungry, waiting for them to finish their talks of Krishna so that he could eat. And he's saying, oh, they would talk for so long, late into the night, and I can't eat before them, and I'm so hungry. So this is Srila Gurudev being very realistic about brahmachari life and about etiquette. And Guru Maharaj followed etiquette. Mahaprabhu followed etiquette. Mahaprabhu followed etiquette. And through our parampara, we see that the etiquette is there. So we should try to remember these things in our dealings with the devotees. And we should try to be gentlemen, gentle ladies with gentle Vaishnavas and gentle Vaishnavis in our dealings, as Srila Gurudev was indeed that example of proper Vaishnava conduct. All right, so we've had a look inside the temple here. And Nrsimha Maharaj, he's almost alone, but he's got the Bengali little group of devotees there helping. But Nrsimha Maharaj also saying, if anybody wants to come and serve in the temple, there is an infinite amount of things to do. So let's see, everywhere we need servitors, and servitors are welcome everywhere. And when we show that there are other temples in India that do need affection, where devotees are maintaining, but they do need some affectionate servitors to do lots of things. So this is a little news. We know around the world we get to hear about temples and the wonderful seva going on. And India too, we get to hear about the temples. And Radha Sundari is here with her microphone on, so I think she wants to say something. She's in Mayapur. Radha Sundari Didi, we didn't hear your voice for quite a lot of back to basics. Would you like to introduce us to Mayapur just now? Radha Sundari, anybody home?
Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. I'm just at home being a little bit sick. But always happy to see all of you.
Okay. But we have a touch of Mayapur by your presence at home. It's not everybody in the world who lives in Mayapur. So, do you have some news from Mayapur? Devotional news?
There is a festival coming, which is the coldest day of winter. And I got some service to do in the temple for the Titi dress. They will do Pushpa Abhishek. And then our devotees from Ukraine came, 3 of them. 2 of them I knew already, and one I didn't know. So that's the short news. It's very foggy and cold. I don't know, somehow this winter is really cold.
All right. And cold in Bengal means 9 degrees.
but it's, yes, you're right, Maharaj. Cold in Bengal means 9 degrees.
And everywhere, it's all relative. Where we were yesterday, the highest temperature was -5 and the lowest was -22. So that's not far from here, just a couple of hours drive into the Alps, and we were reminded that there is relative temperatures and relative living conditions and relative everything in this world. But it was we had a super beautiful day, but +9 degrees sounded quite warm. Yes, Radha Sundariti. Hare Krishna. All right, dear devotees, this is how we've begun. Oh my goodness, we're halfway through also. So I always like to ask the devotees, do you have some questions? And today, a little bit of a different day because we've sort of had a look around one of our ashrams in India. And coming from the West, when we look at the Bengal lifestyle, the way of living, sometimes devotees are a bit surprised, but it's very simple lifestyle. And even though things may not be always stainless steel and looking so clean as our Western world we're accustomed to, the nature of the people, the nature of what's taking place is very clean, we can say. And Siliguri, we can see it does need a little affection from devotees. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. This is Radha Sundari's daughter.
Okay.
Okay, no school today. It's Sunday, right? So you are at home. Hare Krishna. Okay, I'll turn off your microphone so that you can chat away with your mum. All right. Hare Krishna. And all over the world we have ashrams.
Ratnakar just arrived to Siliguri just maybe like 10 minutes ago. The train was late, so they're not very well prepared to show around, but he is a very good cinematographer, we can say. So I think he will make a video for us and tell the story about the temple and about Maharaj. And I'm very inspired with Maharaj service because he's almost single-handedly like leading the temple and maintaining the temple there for many years, and very humbly actually. But he never even could go to Vrindavan or Govardhan or Navadvip. Only one time, because he's actually very wonderful, you can say in a good sense, fanatic follower of Srila Gurudev. So he only goes somewhere when it is for his service to Gurudev. So recently he had service to go to Vrindavan to help with the deities installation there, because we were doing the deities installation there for Ukraine. In Ukraine there was war, and still there is a war, so there was no good chance to do the installation in Ukraine itself. So the deities were installed in Vrindavan, in our temple in Vrindavan, with the help of also Radha Damodar temple pujaris, and there was very nice installation ceremony. And then after the deities have been installed, almost like a passengers, they've been taken to Ukraine. So that time Narasimha Maharaj came to Vrindavan and he helped us a lot, because he did all the installation properly in our tradition. And that was probably the only time he left Siliguri in so many years. And since then he's doing the puja, he's taking care for the deities, and I really admire his service. And now Ratnakar went there. He will make some photos, make some videos, see what are the facilities there, and who knows, maybe some devotees from Russia or from Ukraine, because now it's quite difficult to stay there. Maybe they can come and help also in the temple there. So,
And also
that's-
to mention that Nrsimha Maharaj, how does he maintain the temple? Is by book distribution. He goes out and collects donations and distribute books, and this way covers the day-by-day savor in the temple. So sometimes the book distribution, when we have to get some income to run an ashram. Then when we can take that income from book distribution and from donations, it means we're distributing also some message of Mahaprabhu to the people. And really, that is the necessity. The temples, the ashrams, etc., they're so that they can be a base for distribution of Mahaprabhu's message. And Siliguri is a crossroads for trade and business. And there are a lot of bright people in Siliguri who could, if they could hear about the message, who could be very appreciative of Mahaprabhu's message. Hare.
Yes, and this time Ratnakar also, he brought him a bag of books from Sajan Maharaj, because Nrsimha Maharaj has one friend and lifetime partner, Sajan Maharaj. And recently Sajan Maharaj sent me a photo of them very young, almost now they're like our seniors, but he sent me photos when they maybe like 17 or maybe even 16. I don't know, they're playing Ridanga very young, like boys like Ratnakar almost age, and with some devotees group, and it was very nice to see them very, very young. I could never recognize them, but after he showed me this is Nrsimha Maharaj, this is me, then I understand. So they actually lifetime devotees, and Sajan Maharaj is a like lifetime book distributor, and now he stays in Yoga Pith ashram, and he's publishing books himself, and he's distributing books himself, and he published so many books and already distributed everything himself. So that's how they maintain themselves, that's how they maintain the temple, and very nice saintly personalities, saintly servitors. So we try to help them also.
Jai. Okay.
I think he published now, he republished the Sharanagati, Bengali Sharanagati, and Bengali Home Comfort. This is like a simple pamphlets. They have a very good publisher in Mayapur, who is a devotee, and he's publishing books very, very nicely. He's like the best publisher we ever met, and he takes it as a service. So he's making very, very good quality books. So, and also we have Padmanabha Maharaj in Govardhan. He's translating our Mat books in Hindi, and he's publishing books in Hindi. So that also we will need to send to Nrsimha Maharaj, because he says very often people in Siliguri, they ask for Hindi books. Somehow the Hindi is very popular there.
Yeah, because it's such a place of trade, Siliguri. All the Chinese goods, they come to Siliguri and then they're distributed throughout India. So the mercantile section come.
I think it can be paralleled with Chiang Mai, because Chiang Mai is, that area is called Golden Triangle, because there's like 3 countries there, Burma, Thailand, and one other country. So it's a lot of trade was happening there. And I feel like Siliguri is a little bit like Chiang Mai. It's also hilly station, and also kind of like Indian Golden Triangle, connected with Nepal and other countries.
I think the Golden Triangle name has come from some other reason, though. I mean, it's Singapore, so we won't quite make an analogy like that. An infamous reason rather than a
but triangle,
noble reason.
Triangle means 3 countries. That opium trade, I think that is not the main thing. I don't know.
Anyway, this is your clean devotional vision.
Okay.
You're associating the Golden Triangle with the Golden Lord Mahaprabhu, and here we are associating with other things. Hare Krishna. By the way, H2H just joined, and I was thinking, I know that H2H, but I couldn't pick up what it is. And I'm very suspicious that somebody's coming in under this in disguise. So devotees, just to jump from Siliguri to Australia, there is a project in Australia, Heart to Heart, hence H2H. And it's Abhinava Sundar Prabhu and Kalikadamba. They've been running a project there to help finance the temple too, and to reach out to the people with some message of Mahaprabhu. And it's a food distribution program. So this is just to mention H2H. Everyone like me can't be thinking, okay, H2H. Who on earth is this? But it's Abhinava and Kelly. And they have on their doorstep almost one of the best facilities in the world, which is the Australian Govinda Dham. And we had with us here for several weeks, we had one of the brahmacharis, or maybe the only brahmachari in Govinda Dham, means Jai Gauranga Prabhu, who came over to there from New Zealand. And everywhere there's a necessity of devotees. So dear devotees, don't think there is a shortage of places for you to render service. They just joined us just now, so we can mention to them too, and maybe to Madhavi and to Rukmini joined us, yes, to Madhavi, Rukmini, and whoever's on Facebook. Facebook's running. I only have one internet connection, and I can't put on Facebook at the same time on one connection at this arrangement at the moment. But anyway, to all of you, we had a little introduction to the Siliguri ashram, one of the, the hidden treasures in the world, the hidden ashrams where there's need for seva, but everywhere in our ashrams there's need for seva. And Srila Gurudev was very aware of it. As the family of temples grew, the necessity for a pujari, a cook, a cleaner, and the most important part of the ashram, of course, that the message of Mahaprabhu will be distributed from there, not just a place to eat and sleep and do something minimum, but a living place, which means distribution of the message of Mahaprabhu, and that means distribution, in particular, the message of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev to the world. Hare Krishna. So we had a little bit of a different back to basics today. And the first time I've seen really very much of the Siliguri temple. Of course, we've seen pictures and we heard some news reports, but not really shown around previously. And Priya Nana Devidas is somewhere with a wall that is the color of Bengal walls, but you're not in...
We are now in Tomsk temple, and the funny thing is that we were just talking about how here is just two devotees for the whole temple. And we were having the same topic of discussion, like about the devotees and the necessity. And here you go. Yes.
Well, there's no such word as coincidence in our dictionary, though coincidences happen like all the time, absolutely, all the time. So we have to say that the Lord, He knows everything, and He's doing everything for us to try to waken us up that He really does know all things that go on. And now let me just see. Tomsk is now minus 18 degrees. Okay.
Yes, and here they have the cow, as you remember, Davali, and just Dinanath Prabhu just came back from the morning milking, and he brought one bucket of milk. So now Ekadashi is going to make some butter and cheese and so on. Cream, fresh cream.
Wonderful. And the color of the room is very Indian color. Look at those colors. We were mentioning how Siliguri temple is that gentle yellow color.
Oh, yeah.
Hare Krishna, Ekadashi Di.
Hare Krishna, Ekadashi.
Hare Krishna to you all indeed. Dandavat, Dandavat. Tomsk Temple Ki Jai.
Thank you, Maharaj. Dandavat.
Dandavat. And
Dandavat.
by the way, we're always thinking of Balavanta Prabhu. And
Oh, yeah.
we just pray and hope that, I mean, we know he's in Gurudev. We just pray and hope he's not suffering too much in this world.
But now he becomes better, so he's still in Thailand, but improves and much better, but slowly.
Okay,
So
well,
it's-
that's good news, yes. And
They're
as
even thinking to move to Mayapur. They're thinking now maybe not to renew their Thai visa and to go to stay in Mayapur. This
okay,
is how much they feel better.
this is given in the scripture: birth, death, old age, and disease. So unfortunately, the devotees so often also go through the accidents and disease, etc. It does happen. We can't say that it doesn't. It's listed in the scripture, but how devotees handle these challenges is quite different than the regular world and just the mundane idea of the body and, oh no, stay with us forever. But rather the important part is stay with Krishna consciousness forever, because we're on that journey home. So for those of you who don't know Balavanta Prabhu, he's the father of Ekadashi, the wife of the husband of Subhadra Devi Dasi. They run the temple there in Tomsk. In fact, they developed it along with the community of devotees there. And a beautiful ashram, a beautiful temple, and more Indian than India. We've just been in India, seeing the temple in Siliguri, but you see this temple, there's wood, like, I think it's silver birch, perhaps, ceiling, and it's and Indian doors, Indian things, and trying to remove the idea of, the concrete and just, the standard design, but rather very Indian inside. And now Ekadashi is looking after this with the assistance of the devotees there. And Priyanana just arrived, so well done. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
I think the deities are going. Ты не будешь открывать или будешь? Okay. After 2 minutes, deities will be opened, but later. You can see. Okay.
It's not 9:50, 5 to 10 then, right? In the morning.
Yes. It's -25 and it's 5 to 10.
Can you show us out of the window? It looks like the sun is shining. Can you show us outside?
Yeah. Okay, the sun is from another side. Okay, I will show now.
Any window, that I know the window. That window there looks out towards the cowshed.
Okay.
You don't
I
have to
can't
walk
show-
outside with bare feet in -25.
No. That's not my style. Another tea room organized. Yeah. How it works. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Попробуем. So the sun is presumably there. Soon, coming soon. Okay.
Yes, Jai. Oh, coming soon, right? It's still sunrise. That's sunrise at 10 o'clock in the morning in Tomsk. Jai Ganapati Ganesh.
Okay. Yes. Something like this.
Yes, beautiful. My goodness, we're getting reminders of the places that Krishna has given for seva
Yes.
to the devotees around the world. And seva means for the satisfaction of Guru, the satisfaction of Gauranga. And Srila Gurudev, very happy when he's getting news from the Tomsk temple, very happy when he's getting news from all of the temples when things are continuing.
Yes,
Hare
I remember that recently there was Zoom with Krishnakanta Didi, and she told that, oh, I think you were there also, when she asked Srila Gurudev about Giriraj, and or like, oh, someone asked her, like, we maybe want to invite Giriraj, but we're afraid. And she said, yes, you should be afraid, because like constant worship, it's not like easy thing. And Srila Gurudev said the same. And here the deities are Shishi Guru, Gauranga, Gandharvika, Madhana, Gopalju, and Shri Giriraj.
Wonderful, so beautiful, so beautiful. We cannot see, of course, but we know they're so beautiful. And we can see from here, as you are showing, but we can understand that they can see us. That is also, it is inconceivable, but they can see us always. They can see us. You know, completely unbiased view, but the Italian devotees really do consider the deities here the most beautiful deities in the world. But the Tomsk devotees, I'm sure, consider that the deities there are the most beautiful deities in the world. And
it's like the mom says.
Every mother thinks that their children are the most beautiful, isn't it? And I am not going to be the judge to say which deities are the most beautiful in the world. But with all the deities in the world, dear devotees, please do keep special thought and affection for the deities of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, installed in Navadip, Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhava Govinda Sundarjo. They are their deities, and really, Navadip is our home. Navadip of Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, it is our home. And there we have like our presiding deities for the whole of our family. So
here we go, the 10 offenses of the holy name with the key words.
the key words, which are
Vaishnav, Vishnu, Guru, Shastra, exaggeration, imagination, sin, austerity, unfaithful, and attachment.
and you're not reading them either, all by memory.
No,
well
just
done.
translating.
And this is our homework last week, to revise the 10 offenses, to learn Abrahma Bhuvana Lokaha, to learn Bhagavad Bhakti Sarvam. Oh, look at that picture. This picture, can you show that picture? This picture is a picture was sent to Gurudev.
Oh.
I do believe that if not exactly this picture, a very similar picture. And Gurudev was so happy. Does this have Shruta Shravar in it?
No, that's Goswami Maharaj.
It's Goswami Maharaj, yes, here.
Oh, Goswami. Okay, yes, I have to make it a little bigger on my screen.
But it's also dark. There is another picture with Shruta Shravar Prabhu I can show you.
Gurudev received pictures from Tomsk, and one of them, then the devotees, including Ekadashi, who's there now, they're with bare feet outside in the snow, and Gurudev was so happy, and he's showing this picture to the guests and people who would come. Jai Shruta Shravar Vaishnava Maharaj. Shruta Shravar, he went all over, not only Russia, but he went all over Russia and all over the world, in especially his later days, for sharing. He was so enthusiastic to share Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. Say, look who's in the world, listen to them. And wherever he went, you see, he went to Tomsk, and he's very much remembered in Tomsk. He went to various places, remote corners of the world, including California. for those of you in America, that Guru Maharaj, Srila Sri Ramar specifically said, you're going now to a remote corner of the world to take Mahaprabhu's message. So Tomsk is not so remote in that sense. It's just get in a car and drive, or no, walk, because the car won't go all the way. Walk out of India and walk straight north, and you're going to get fairly close to Siberia. It's on the same time zone as Thailand, which is just an hour and a half different from Navadvip. Hare Krishna. Oh, well, devotees, today's been a different kind of back to basics, but good for us to remember that we have a family all over the world in different places, and in places we don't know about, that many of you may not have heard of or don't know, that daily the Seva is going on. And this theme that devotees are needed, basically every temple is hungry for having devotees come to stay. And isn't it a shame that there isn't a queue of people eager to come and, oh, I want to come. And sometimes we see devotees, they do come, they come and say, can I come? Is there something I can do? Am I welcome? And we just say, yes, you're definitely welcome. Please come. And even some surprise that they are surprised, or there's not a queue, and some like preliminaries that are needed, like applying for some difficult to get job. But rather that in our devotional family and everywhere, except one temple that I know of, everywhere, they're very much eager to have devoted persons come, and there are vacancies. And as Guru Maharaj pointed out, and we did read fairly recently, a couple of months ago, how the service, the Lord is infinite, and so the service to him is infinite. So it's not that others have filled every post, etc. So much is needed, and so servitors are always welcome and needed. And in this world, the only temple I know of where there is a waiting list, and you do have to have some like preliminaries to get in, is the ISKCON Juhu Beach Temple, very famous in Bombay, now Mumbai, whatever that means, but Bombay. That temple, apparently there is a waiting list. It's so much, aspired that people will join. They want to join there. Oh yes, what a beautiful temple. I want to serve there. Okay, so this is the clarion call. Please be a devotee. And as you have the opportunity, there is infinite possibility for seva in different places. And I believe I heard that Kamala and Ashapurna are coming to voluntarily, coming to Vila Govinda to do some seva soon too. So well done, with all support. We're looking forward to coming here. The devotees here are very happy with your eager news. And we're waiting for Marianne. Maybe she'll be on a plane sometime soon. Actually, we're waiting for all of you. We can see everybody's name, and if you all come at the same time, that's wonderful also. And Ishwarananda Prabhu, I made a little video for you yesterday, but I didn't have any internet, so I'll send it to you today. Hare Krishna. And also yesterday, then we were in the snow yesterday. Anyway, we were in the snow, and who was it? Madhurananda Prabhu told me that Shyama Sundar Prabhu, our devotee in Salt Lake, one of our devotees in Salt Lake City, he went with his family to go skiing and take the ski lift in Salt Lake City. And then they saw Ishwarananda. He's running the controls. And then Ishwanand very happy to see devotees there. Oh, there's a ski lift live. And then Ishwanand had the microphone and he was chanting, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gauranga, like this. I don't know exactly what he was chanting, but everybody heard the name of Guru and Gauranga and Nitai. So well done, Ishwarananda Prabhu. Keep up the good seva, distributing the holy name. All right, dear ones, our time has run by, but with the message that there is seva opportunity everywhere. And I know that Nrsimha Maharaj, who showed us the temple and everything today, he would be very happy if anybody had a little interest to drop into Siliguri next time you're there and stay for a few years or decades and engage in service in preparation for our infinite life of seva. And Nrsimha Maharaj, he was in London as the pujari for some years, and he was there. I know him, I know the devotees from India, I mean, mainly, and then we've met in different places, but we actually relate with him from Navadip, Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, from our times there with Gurudev. And let us all not only remember, but let us all keep Gurudev, Srila Bhaktisundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj in the front of our hearts for his instructions, his guidance, his affection. He's present with us always. Now he is present and he sees everything, and let us try to make him happy. Let us try to do what he wants us to do. And let us all try to render some service that we know makes him happy. Hare Krishna. Okay, I better let you all continue with your lives, with heart to heart and the ski lift and all sorts of things that you're doing. And in the meantime, we better also continue our life here in Vila Govinda Ashram. The sun is just rising in Tomsk. That's quite amazing. And here it'll be another couple of hours, but not long before the sun rises here. Jai, wonderful Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktisundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Wonderful Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Bhaga ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. And all the assembled devotees, you all, big Jais to each of you, and to the unlimited numbers of devotees, big Jais. And assembled devotees means those who are on Facebook, those who are seeing recorded, hearing recorded also. And please do remember a little homework, which is good for us, if we can, Bhagavad Bhakti Savam, which is from Prapana Jivanamritam, and Abrahma Bhuvanam Lokaha from Bhagavad Gita, and the 10 offenses of the holy name, which is everywhere, and to read Prapana Jivanamritam. These 4 things let us try to do, and we'll meet again in a few days' time. And in the meantime, always remembering you, remembering each other, with all best wishes. Vanchakaupatrubyascha Kripasinduti eva cha patitanam bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. All right, wonderful to see you all. Now chant Hare Krishna, take prasadam, and do something good for Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Bye-bye.